What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Broscast, episode 301 on this glorious Tuesday. My name is Harrison, and I'm joined by my brother Nick, as always. Nick, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Doing good on this wonderful Tuesday. Sorry I couldn't do yesterday.
It's okay.
But Alicia was sick. She was, it's been a tough week. Been a tough week. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be here, if needed.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did, because Pierce woke up like freaking 5 times in a row.
Oh, gosh.
Within the span of an hour and a half.
Yeah.
In that like 8:30 to 10 window. So it's like, okay, I'm glad I was here to put him back down.
Yeah. No, we're flexible over here at the Gaming of the Broscast. I mean, we just go with the flow. And hey, it happened to work out because we got some pretty cool announcements and stuff today and yesterday.
Yes.
With a Nintendo handheld boost or whatever. So we'll talk about that here in the news in a little bit. But so we both live in North Carolina, so we went through a tornado watch yesterday, which I was initially going to be, tell you, I was like, hey, maybe we should just move the podcast anyways, just in case one of us lost power or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't think you lost power, did you?
No.
Yeah, neither did I. Not really much happened during that tornado watch time frame. Like it was
wind.
A little bit of wind. Like the clouds were definitely like ominous looking, but it really wasn't until the late afternoon where we got a lot of rain and like the wind started kind of whipping around.
Yeah.
And then it like snowed in the mountains, like just ridiculous.
What's going on?
Yeah, like people, I think we over dramatize like North Carolina, how the weather is literally like one day 80 and one day 40, but that's what happens all the time. Like last week it was like almost 90 degrees, and the last couple of days have been
like 40s,
30s, 35 below. Like, man, I'm just ready for the warm weather, man.
Yeah, I'm ready, and then I'm gonna complain about it when it's here.
Yeah,
it's so hot.
It's so hot. But yeah, you just want to dive right into what we've been playing?
Let's dive in.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
Why don't you start with 7, and then I'll follow up with 8.
Cool. Yep. So I don't know if I talked about it last week, but I've completely finished Requiem. I think it was like 35 hours plus in that game. Absolutely loved it. One of my favorite Resident Evil games. I don't know where it's going to land. Once I'm kind of away from the game a little bit, and maybe once we get like the DLC to kind of wrap up everything, for this specific game, it's definitely probably the top 5 for sure. But it's definitely one of my favorite games to replay in the series. Like it is so much fun to replay. It's a
really fun replay, especially with infinite ammo.
Yes,
with the Requiem with Grace.
Did you ever get the infinite rocket launcher?
No, I still need to finish the 4th playthrough.
Okay.
Yeah. Pokopia has stolen my time. So
Pokopia is it's a good game.
It's a good game.
Requiem, excellent game. And I love just the conversation around like after the game was out for like a week or so, where people were like, yeah, if Leon was in the Last of Us universe, like the infection wouldn't have left Austin or whatever. Like, oh man, dude, it's so
could Silent Hill survive Leon?
Yeah, exactly. Like I think on our TikTok account there was it was a video that I saw about Leon, and I was like, we need to start having this conversation that Leon might solo Goku. He'll just parry everything.
He might, dude.
Yeah.
I think he can take on Kratos at this point.
Yeah. I think he could solo just about anybody in any verse. So and then like in the whole story of like Requiem is like he was hurt. Like his
back was hurting.
Yeah, his back was hurting. Like he was what's the phrase? He was nerfed essentially, and then stuff happens in the end of the game, and now he's back, man. Like
I saw a clip of like one of the final scenes, and it was comparing his posture in that one.
Yeah,
to the rest of the game, because he's like kind of hunched
over. Yeah, he's got a little hunchback going on.
Oh, he was probably in pain and fighting that the literal infection. Yeah. So
like a nerfed Leon that's dying, can still do all of this. Like it's
what can't he do?
Crazy.
Jump a motorcycle over a fallen building. I mean, goddamn.
Yeah.
So sexy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Leon's great. He's arguably one of the greatest protagonists like ever. Like, man, the only crime that Capcom did, and I know they always follow it up with like their whatever year the game comes out in, but you didn't have to make him 48 years old. You could have, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I guess we could always have prequel games with Leon.
True. Yeah, so, I mean, there's endless stories. That's what I love about the Resident Evil universe that Capcom created. It's like these BOW like incidents happen all the time, and it's never like world ending. You know, it's like just because there's a zombie outbreak, it's only in like a small town or a city. It's like it never goes so crazy that it's like world ending, like World War Z or something like that. So I think that's such a cool. They're endless stories that Capcom can give us with Resident Evil.
And I think they proved that with games like 7 and 8, where it's isolated to one area. I mean, same for 4. Like 4 was isolated to one area, and I mean, I think that's very smart.
Yeah,
that it's not like, oh, this is a massive apocalypse like The Last of Us. Every area has the same amount of destruction and chaos.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, different areas.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's cool. And I guess I knew Alyssa Ashcroft was like a character like already in the like in the Resident Evil universe. But I guess I never was really deep enough to know. But it was cool. Like, so I'll jump into 7 now. But I booted up 7 on the Switch too. It looks great. Although that first opening area is so brown, like it almost hurt my eyes. Like when you're going through the brush, walking up to the home.
It's not a pretty start.
No, it definitely looks a lot better once you're inside the house. But I came across a note that was talking about the disappearances in around the Baker home, and it was Alyssa Ashcroft. Like, so that was pretty cool seeing that. Which I mean I got all the notes when I played it back on the PlayStation, but it just never triggered for me now. So now I'm catching on that stuff, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, jumping into 7, I mean, it's it definitely feels like, in comparison to the Graces section from RE9, it definitely feels more claustrophobic. Like when you're fighting the mold enemies, and maybe it feels that way because maybe Capcom didn't quite nail like the first person gameplay in comparison to 9. But yeah, it feels very claustrophobic, and like there's not like a sidestep, and I mean there's the reverse like B button, you can turn do a quick turn, but it feels very hard to get away from the enemies in this game. But yeah,
you kind of have to stand your ground.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about before the podcast, but game's pretty difficult. I don't remember it being this challenging, and I have like the gold edition, so I had all the defensive and the attack coin and the universal and the reload coin and like all the ammo that they give you from the supply box. So like I've already gone through all that ammo, and then I'll unlock the shotgun. But I was like, man, I don't know how I did this back in the day, because this is pretty challenging. But I think I do remember like maybe avoiding the mold more, because there's that section where you go into the basement, and you have to take the dissection room key, and you can just kind of run through, but the game doesn't pause either when you go into your menu. So there's that like zombie kind of element to it, where if you're unlocking a door, you're kind of like fiddling around with your key inventory trying to find it. So but yeah, I've made it pass for anyone that's played this game before. I've made it outside of the main house, and I'm in the mobile home portion. So I think I'm getting ready to go fight Marguerite for the first time. This game's great, man.
It's it's an awesome game. I mean, you could say this game saved the franchise. I think it did. Yeah, I think it was
like the start of like, did this game come out before Monster Hunter Worlds? I think it did. I think it was 2017, and then Monster Hunter came out in 2018.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. This one was early 2017.
This was like maybe like arguably like the start of like Capcom's dominance, I would say, like in gaming. Like they're just, every game they've put out since has just been fantastic. So
yeah, because like what did they have before 7? I mean, they had they had the Revelations games, which I think those were good, like a good return to form after 6.
I like the Revelation games a lot on the Switch. They were a lot of fun.
But like they still didn't exactly capture what was captured with Resident Evil 4 and the previous ones, but
yeah. And I guess we could maybe thank. I assume they saw that PT demo and like just were like, we got to do something with that,
right?
We got to
emulate that.
Yeah, like they're like, yeah, that got canceled or whatever. Let's
there's an audience.
Steal it. Yeah, there's an audience for that type of thing. So yeah, we could. Yeah. And that was such a cool demo. Like the whole, like doing like because I forgot about the first area of the game where you put the VHS in and then you're playing as the reporters and stuff, or the paranormal TV show thing. I totally forgot about that. And then like the whole like, I knew the hand stuff was like a big deal in RA7, but I forgot how much hand damage is done to Ethan in the very beginning of that game from Mia. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game is great. Definitely going to play through it. I don't know if I'm going to 100% it like I did it originally. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Nice.
But yeah, I definitely want to jump into to 8, which is the one you've been playing.
Yeah, I've been playing 8. I mean, obviously played it before on Xbox,
right? Like
4 times. Playing it on Switch too. An equal amount of hand stuff happens to Ethan in this game, where he just, he gets his freaking hand cut off halfway through, and then he just pours some fluid on it, reattaches it. Good as new. Good to
even
go.
Even the sleeve, like the shirt on his sleeve, like his sleeve is like matched up perfectly again. It's like, man, it's not. Let me get some of that.
Oh man, it's so funny, dude. Ethan is such a quirky little weird.
Now
Resident
that
Evil
we've
character.
gotten like Grace and how much like she's kind of beloved now, like people don't look back fondly on Ethan, and I like Ethan a lot. Like he's just that
he had a good story.
Yeah, he's just kind of like that normal character that just happens to get thrown into this mess. And I never hated Ethan.
No, I never hated Ethan. He had a good conclusion. I felt like he had a good story arc. But man, Village is so good. Like I made it through the castle, which is so short in comparison to like the care center in Requiem. It's like you can get through the castle in under an hour. And then
you can get through the care center in under an hour as well. Yeah,
pretty quick. Yeah, another playthrough. And then I got through House Beneviento. Still pretty creepy with the baby thing. It just that section just isn't great for replays, just because there's no combat.
Yeah.
Once you know the puzzle, you know it, so you know where to look. And then you just kind of have to avoid the baby until you get out of there.
Similar to 9 with the daycare or the orphanage. That one's always like once you realize the patterns and like, oh, this is very scripted. Yeah, you can kind of it's not really scary anymore. But it's like, man, I don't want to spend 15 minutes playing through this.
Yeah, I do wish you could skip that section in Requiem on repeat playthroughs. But so I'm at the part where I'm like back into the village and I've done a bit more exploring. I'm playing in third person for the first time, and that's been really fun. And I'm about to go into like the reservoir area with what's his face.
Oh,
what?
I'm the best. Oh, what's his name? Moro. Yeah.
Moro.
Something like that.
And that section is so linear as well. And it's like 15 minutes long. But I mean, I'm really enjoying the village section itself, like coming back to that. And man, this game has so many weapons. Like so many weapons, so many upgrades. It's got like the organization from Resident Evil 4, and you can't auto sort things in the cache, so you have to manually sort it, which I like.
Auto sorting in 9, it does kind of take the fun out of it, but like you just get so much stuff in 9. Like as Leon, it's like
you never need to sort in 9. Yeah, Village is so awesome. I love this game. I think it's a top 5 Resident Evil.
It's great. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not as like scary.
No, it's not as scary as 7 or even 9 in certain spots.
It's good though. It's and it's great for replayability too. There's so much stuff you can unlock, and the merchant's great.
I love the merchant, dude. Merchant, crafting, the hunting stuff. Like this game, it really did. For like, you got like 80% of the way there with encapsulating Resident Evil 4.
Like hub area too, like within like the little village. And being very Metroidvania like, where you come back and you unlock even just small portions, finding, treasure and stuff like that. So yeah, Village is great. Yeah,
it does. Yeah, it's great. All right,
let's talk about Pokemon Pokopia. I am deep into this game. I have finished the game, and you have too.
Yep.
I don't think the story necessarily held up for me towards the end. Like, I don't know about what else I would have wanted. I thought it was fine. But once you learn like what happened to the humans, it's like, oh, that's really cool. But
I thought it was awesome. I thought it was almost a perfect ending, and like really set up the post game, or at least like
like I said, like I really, I don't know. Maybe I was just expecting just a little bit more, like
what do you want everyone to come back?
Or like I don't know.
How do you do that though? Because then you're talking about like a whole entire new set of animated characters. Like that's just too much. It's too much development time.
Right. We good? Here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're probably right. Maybe I was just expecting just a little bit too much. Maybe I was hoping like there was one more area after that would like open up to you, because I don't know. Wither Wasteland, I think, is probably the favorite area, right? Like that's the beginning area, and there's a lot you can kind of play around with that. I really did like Bleak Beach, because that's when you realize that this is Kanto, which is really cool when you see the SS Anna and stuff like that. And there's like a lot of really really cool stuff. Like I like the storyline with that one, and figuring out like the utility lights and stuff like that. The Rocky Ridge, I didn't love that area necessarily,
but I like
the mines is good, because obviously. Yeah, the mining card is really cool. And I didn't love the last area. How did you feel about that?
Really? I built this one a lot. I spent a lot of time like building houses from scratch in this one, and I ended up liking it quite a bit. I focused on like the main island, and I didn't really divvy too much from that, aside from like the story portion.
Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to go back and actually, because I really haven't done much building in that one. Outside of just trying to do some habitat stuff.
That one I like set up utility poles and like got power running, got the vibes going.
And in that one you get the really cool like transmittable boxes where you can kind of that's really cool.
Like the wireless
transfer of electricity, so you don't have to, and you could like bury them in the ground, which is really cool. Like you don't have to worry about the poles anymore.
Dude, it's so cool that they like thought of that, because those utility poles are pretty ugly.
They were. Once you get like, if you go back to Bleak Beach and you just look around, it's like, man, this is littered with poles. Like, I'm gonna leave it up. It adds to the charm of Bleak Beach.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, this game is, again, like I think I talked about it last week. I am not Animal Crossing. I don't know how excited I would be for it, to be honest, unless they really did something different with it. But like once I finished Animal Crossing and got to the terraforming, I stopped. I was like, I don't think I want to do this. And I enjoy Animal Crossing, but I never loved it. But again, like this game immediately captured me, and then there was a point when I was getting towards the end of the story. I'm like, okay, like am I going to want to continue on like doing other habitats and building up? And the answer was yes. And I immediately, as soon as the game was over, I was like building up my area, just thinking about like, okay, like I'm gonna put the Charmander family line here for their habitat, and then I'm gonna have the Squirtle line and the Bulbasaur line, and yeah, really.
Wow, I haven't even gone that far yet of grouping Pokemon. Right now, I'm just throwing Pokemon into houses. Like I don't care.
So I built, because my original thought, like, and I still may do this. I built like one of the pre-built houses, or made one of the pre-built houses, and my idea was going to put like the 3 starters in there and like really like decorate it. But once I built the house, like it was a 2-story house. Like you have to, it loads you into the house versus like if you just make a house from scratch. So what I did is I started like where there was the cliffs and stuff, or just a big group of the grass and stuff. Yeah, like I would go in and mine out a section and then put fencing like around the front area, so it was like a cave for like the Charmander line, and then I would have the fence, and once you have the fence connecting, it creates a home.
What?
Yeah, so like
you can do that. It creates a home.
Yeah, so like as long as there's 4 walls and the walls can be a fence. So even if you take like, if you just build like a square fence structure, like just out of fence material, it'll be a home, and you can add Pokemon in there, which is really cool. So yeah, that's exactly what I did. Like I mined out a cave for the Charmander line, threw in a couple beds and like a couple of the furnaces, because I mean, when I'm away, they got to work. I saw one TikTok videos where like, is everybody's like fire Pokemon just like slaves? And like you walk through like this building into this cave.
Yeah,
and it's like 9 furnaces and all the Pokemon are in there.
All just fire Pokemon. Goddamn.
So yeah, that's what I did, and then I did one for the Bulbasaur line. Like on the opposite side, I did like a cave and like put a bunch of grass in there, and then capped it off with a fence, and then had the gate and closed it in.
I'm assuming the full lines are in this game.
Yeah, there's Bulbasaur. Yeah, I've got all of them now.
I've not found the habitats for like Charizard and Venusaur.
So any of the base habitats you make, like where like a Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander initially came out of, if you look, there is like a question mark, whatever. It'll say like very rare.
Yeah.
That's where Charizard, that's where they can come out of those. It's not very likely, but they can come out of those.
Should I just set up a video camera there?
You can, yeah. But yeah, that's happened. Like I teleported back to Wither Wasteland, and I saw some movement and some grass, and freaking Charizard popped out. I'm like, what the hell?
That's awesome.
So yeah, I know the game is still brand new, but man, like I'm sitting here thinking, like, is this the greatest Pokemon game ever made? Like it is that. And look, like it's no secret that I've not liked the 3D generation at all. I think 2D and especially going back and playing Fire Red, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of like where Pokemon peaked for me. So is it better than Fire Red and like Heart Gold and Soul Silver? Maybe not, but boy, is it close.
And I think that's because it characterizes the Pokemon in a way that hasn't been done in the games. Like it's only been done in the anime.
Yeah.
And it's something you think about when you're a kid and you're playing Pokemon Red or Pokemon Blue. You're like, wow, I wonder like what these Pokemon are like in real life, or like outside of battle. And this game shows that, and they're all talking to each other and they're having like distinct, unique conversations with each other, and like talking about growing up and all this stuff. And it's like,
and they get like genuinely excited when like new Pokemon show up. And then it's funny too, because like while I'm kind of building and stuff, like for Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, I built them up like a little dojo where they can like practice fighting and stuff like that. And then to the left of that, I created like a little sauna, like a hot spring. So they'll do that, and then they'll go in there. Then all the other Pokemon go in there too. But while I was doing that, I got rid of their habitats, and like it's so funny walking that. It's funny and it's sad because they'll walk around. They're like, "What did you do to my home? Where's my home?"
And then it's funny when you build a home.
Yeah.
And the second you put that door on, all the Pokemon come out of the woodwork.
Crazy how fast. Like when I build up my little, I put did the TikTok, but for the audio listeners, like I built like a little home for my goods, whatever, my crafting supplies. And as soon as I put that door on, like Scyther out of nowhere just flew down. He's like, "Oh, this is nice."
Classic Harrison.
Yeah, like what? Oh man.
Did you see the TikTok that I posted?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, with like the four or five Pokemon show up out of nowhere. One of them goes into the house and slams the door. It's like, dude.
Pro tip, I did learn that there can only be ever 20 Pokemon in the environments at one time. So like because for a while I was walking around, I'm like, man, where is my Charmander? Like he's just gone. But if you go to his home and you put honey down, they'll come immediately.
Okay.
So if you're in need of, because there was one point where I was like, man, I need somebody on this furnace, and there was Charizard, Charmeleon, Charmander, nowhere to be found. So I put down the honey, and they came.
That is good. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, any sort of structure, it doesn't even have to have a roof, as long as it's got 4 walls, and any of those walls can be. Yeah, it could be a door or fencing, like that. That is considered a home, because wherever like whenever you go do like the Cubone habitat, like up on the hill, I went through there and there's like a bunch of like missing fencing posts, whatever. So I went back and I rebuilt all of those, and then I created like a little mini graveyard as well, and then even like. In front of one of the graves, I tilled out the dirt, so it was like fresh.
Oh, God.
and then there's like stairs right there, and then I put all the fencing around there, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna put like a gate, for the entrance. And as soon as I did that, it like did a little sparkly effect around the whole thing, and was like, this is a home now, and it could hold up to 4 Pokemon. So that's where I learned it, specifically with like the fencing. So
nice.
Yeah, so you can really get creative with it.
You need to post a tour of.
I do, yeah, I do.
Well, which area is more built up for you? Pallet Town?
Withered. Yeah, Withered. Okay. Sure. Pallet Town right now is just kind of like a mess of random Pokemon habitats, and then I'm starting to build like the big altars for Moltres and Zapdos and Articuno to get those.
Gotcha.
And then I learned that you can befriend Lugia and Ho-Oh. You can have them fly down. Like once I forget exactly what you need to do, but they'll come down. Hold on to the feathers and the scale, I think. So hold on to them, because there's the Mimigul that you can trade in for stuff. Hold on, because I think you have to have a certain amount in your inventory for them to come down and interact with you.
Okay. God damn, this is so much stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, it's been such a blast. Like I haven't felt my creative juices flowing since Far Cry 2.
You know what? I was thinking about it. I was thinking about Obstacle as I was playing. It's like, man, this could be a great place to build an obstacle course.
Yeah. Like
I want to build a roller coaster too.
Yeah.
With the minecart tracks.
That may be my next thing that I do with Withered Wasteland is doing like a big roller coaster around.
You gotta do that, and then you need to do a cloud island.
Oh yeah,
with the obstacle course, and you should have Kellen try to beat it.
Oh, he would love that. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, but yeah, my son, he's been playing it. Like I had to literally pry it from his hands today. I was like, okay, because he got home at like 2:45 after school, and he got a snack, and then he was like, all right, I'm gonna play. So I was sitting there watching him play while I was working, and then it was like 6:00, And I'm like, Kellen, like, I got to play this game. I'm itching right now. And he's like, 10 more minutes. I just need to finish this one thing. And then 20 minutes by, I'm like, okay, stop what you're doing. Give it to me.
At this point, dude, you just got to get him Switch too.
That's why I told him. I was like, you have a ton of Christmas money. It's like, you can trade in your OLED for it'll get credit or whatever. And he's like, no, I'll lose all my progress in Fortnite. And I'm like, no, it
carries over.
Yeah. I was like, how do you think my Switch 2 works? Like, that's where all my stuff is. So, but we haven't talked about it since, but,
gotta revisit that conversation.
I might have to, man. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's been so much fun. It's been fun playing with him. Cause we did this is the first time I've done like the game share feature where he was able to come into my, because I think you can only do it in Pallet Town for game share. But he was in there. We were kind of playing around doing like hide and seek with the hide and seek transformation and some other stuff. So that was
did it run well on Switch 1?
You could definitely see that it was a little bit choppy, but it wasn't awful.
Okay.
Yeah. It was for him. It was probably pretty serviceable.
Yeah.
For you and I,
he plays Fortnite on the Switch 1, so
yeah, he's used to the.
He's used to it.
But yeah, man, this game is
it's pretty
easily easily my favorite Pokemon game, and probably in the last 10 years. And yeah, it is just scratching an itch that I didn't need to know needed to be scratched. It is that damn good. Yeah,
this is like a lower butt cheek itch that's being scratched right now. It's like you never know.
Yeah, yeah.
Scratching your inner ear.
Yeah, exactly. So love this game. I don't know when I'm gonna stop, because if they keep adding events, like they have like the hip event, which is fine. Like it's not anything like special, like with the gathering like the spores to trade in for stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those games where it's like, all right, I got to do my dailies, got to get in there, got to
like the shop,
got to trade in the honey. Yeah,
dude, I can't find a recipe for the freaking small wooden table.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have it.
It's not in like the PC shop?
No. I think you just find it.
Yeah, you might have to find it.
Like I feel like every habitat that I haven't used or haven't built uses this small table.
Well, you can use any table as well.
What?
So if you look when you're in the habitat decks and you're looking at them, unless it's like a specific item, like a TV or like a tablet or something like that, in parentheses it says table any. So you can use any kind of table you want.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need that stupid table.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like, if you do like a large like industrial table, when it's recorded, but I think it says like any small table or something like that. So
see, I don't even know if I have a small table. That's my problem.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds like you need to get to work and get into these mines.
You know what, man? I was in Wither Wastelands the other day, and I had like built up. So when you walk into the area,
yeah,
between like kind of like the wild area at the beginning and the Pokemon Center, there's that cliff. There's like that, like kind of small cliff of terrain. So I built like an overhang, like a wooden plank overhang, and had a house on it that was kind of like overlooking the wild area.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm going to expand this. So I spent a bunch of time like building out the wooden planks, like almost covering the entire wild area. It's like I was going to have like, with the goal of having houses up above, and then below is like grass and trees and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then I got all the planks built. I got off of it, and I went and I looked at it from the bottom, and I was like, man, this looks like shit. I was like, yeah, I'm going to undo everything I just did. And it took even longer to undo because I had to lift up each piece one by one, because you can't lift up pieces in bulk with Magma. You can only place pieces in bulk. I was like, man, that was a ginormous waste of time. Like probably an hour wasted just picking up.
Yeah, and that's where like I really that's where I started diving into like using like the caves and stuff as homes, because it's very easy to like use like the Magnemite ability.
Yeah.
Man, that thing clears, man. It's so
awesome. It's
like it sucks. Like it,
unlock.
yeah, with like the PP system, like that kind of sucks because like man, like
just make it unlimited.
Yeah, at that point, it'd be cool. But that has absolutely come in clutch for.
This game has an insane amount of quality of life stuff that like it clears Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Yeah, being able to just hold down the button to eat like your fruit like is so nice, and like Animal Crossing didn't have that. I don't think until either the latest update or maybe the one before that. Again, I always talk about it all the time, but games that don't waste my time. I love that type of stuff.
Yeah, and like being able to craft multiple items at one time.
Yep.
Just terrain, like terraforming, being infinitely easier than it is in Animal Crossing, because like it's just not super user friendly to do terraforming in Animal Crossing. And like,
see, I don't think I ever even messed with terraforming at all.
Yeah,
because they started talking about like needing the money or whatever to do stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not waking up at 7 a.m. on a Sunday so I can get to sell my turnips or whatever, and like I'm not dealing with the turnip market. I'm just not going to do that. This game is like incredibly easy to get resources.
I think
like gold and stuff like that's a little bit harder to come by just because I don't know if it's more rare, but you can still get it. And then like the Dream Islands are like great for resource farming as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, just smart stuff.
This game. Yeah,
just really smart. Because I guess eventually, like, if you did go in and mine everything in the mines, like it doesn't regenerate as far as I can tell.
No, everything is static.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's cool.
This game is so good, man. Like
so good.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you've been playing?
No, that's it. Well, actually, no, we'll talk about when we get to the news. We'll talk about it later. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's dive over into said news. Resident Evil has now sold last week. It sold 5 million. Now it's sold 6 million plus copies now. They did like a little mini thank you video and announced DLC, which we were talking about that last week and kind of thinking about the amiibo coming out and stuff like that. Like that was kind of weird. They didn't really give us a time frame for this DLC, but they said it is in development. But we are getting some sort of like mini game thing next month or in May, maybe. I think May. So we don't know if that is what's the mode? The main mode in RE4. Mercenaries. We don't know if it's going to be. I would imagine if it was that, they would have said Mercenaries is coming. They just said some sort of mini game is coming, and so whatever that means, well, we shall see. But yeah, it's awesome that it's it's confirmed to be in development. Can't wait to
and it's going to
dive back in.
It's going to continue the story of Requiem, or it's going to provide additional context for it.
Yeah, they just said it was story DLC to continuation. So
yeah. So I think it'll feature Leon, which is cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, excited for this. I think it'll come out this year.
Yeah, I think it's like with games like this where it's extremely zeitgeisty. Like so many people are playing this game right now. I think it's smart to get it out early. Because it's a tough ask. Even when like the Rose DLC came out for Village, like it felt a little bit dated going back to the game at that time.
Yep. It did.
And there was just other stuff to play. So it was like, I did play through it, but it was still like, like I enjoyed it, but it felt a little bit weird going back to it. So yeah, I feel like if they get this out within 6 months, like I feel like that they're kind of nailing it with DLC.
I think how they did with Separate Ways with RE4.
Yeah.
They got that out.
That was cool.
A couple months.
Yeah, that was cool. Pokopia has sold over 2 million copies.
2.2?
Yeah, 2.2, probably more than that. I mean, we had the reports of it like selling out on various retailers. Like you couldn't even find it. Switch 2s were kind of selling out in some areas.
It's a system seller.
Yeah. And I think this kind of furthers my thoughts that while I would want Nintendo to do a direct at some point, in the near future, they really could just coast until June, May or June. They don't need it, and I know there's a lot of people crying right now on the internet about them not having their mainline direct because we don't know about the Marios and we don't know about the Zeldas. And I get it, like those, I want to play those games too, but between the third party support, Pokemon Pokopia being so good, Tamagotchi Life. Again, I know that's another cozy game, but like that's gonna sell units too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna. Well, it's not a Switch 2 game, so I don't know if it's gonna sell Switch 2s, but that's gonna do very well. That's gonna be a huge in the cozy game community. And then we got the Yoshi game that was on Mario Day. We got that confirmed for a May release date. Probably not going to pick that one up. It just looks very. I've never really liked I tried Crafted World, and
I just don't like the gameplay of Yoshi. I don't like that. I don't like Yoshi's movement.
Yeah,
and yeah.
I'll wait for reviews and see and form an opinion once I see those. But just from the history, even like Peach Showtime, I was like, yeah, I don't think this game is gonna vibe with me. But no shocker that this game is selling well. Pokopia.
I think it'll pass 5 million by the end of March.
I think so too.
By the time we get Nintendo's next set of financials in May.
Yeah. And I think just again, using the term zeitgeist, I think a lot of people, there's already those people that were going to play the game regardless because they're the cozy gamers out there or Pokemon or Animal Crossing. I think a lot of people are hearing the how good the game is, and they're like, man, maybe I should. There's actually an interesting story in a Pokemon game. Let me dive in and see what this is about.
This definitely feels like Animal Crossing in 2020. Where
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, where people you would never expect to get a Switch and play a video game are doing so.
Yeah,
I feel like we're at that point now with Pokopia, and just how good it is. I mean, and
yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. Within 2 years, maybe this thing sells 30 million copies. It's going to be an evergreen title for.
I think so. Maybe not 30 million in 2 years, but definitely by the end of the.
I mean, how many? By year 2 or year 3 with Animal Crossing, how many did that sell? That's almost 50 million, isn't it?
Yeah, it's up to 50. Actually, it's probably 20 to 30 in the first couple of years.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's Pokemon. It is $70. So I mean, there is that. But I don't think people really care as much as people think they do on X about it being a game key card. I think people just I don't think that stuff really matters.
No cares, man. Especially someone who doesn't know anything about video game systems. They go in, they see it, they buy it.
You have 10 people crying on Twitter, but you have 1 million people that don't even give a shit about it. It's such a it's
an echo chamber.
Yeah, it's such an echo chamber online. They make it seem like it is the biggest fucking deal in the world. Where who really cares, man? Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Pikmin is officially confirmed to be in the Super Mario Galaxy movie coming up in a couple weeks. Yeah, it's on. There was a fast video showing all the characters that were in the game, and it took me a couple watches. I had to slow it down, but Pikmin shows up for a second. So that's really interesting. And Pikmin has always kind of showed up in the theme parks and stuff like that. Pikmin's always around, but not in the games like this or in in a movie.
No.
So this is very interesting. I know there's a YouTuber, Andres Restart, that is clamoring that Star Fox is going to be in this movie. And I was like, dude, maybe you're reaching but now that Pikmin's in here, I don't know. Maybe they're opening the door for the big Avengers, Smash Brothers, kind of thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's probably too much.
When you pick that though, if you're trying to build towards a Smash Bros movie, do you start with Pikmin as the additional set of characters that you introduce, or do you go with something like Star Fox or Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Or Kirby. That would be sick, though. Building towards that Super Smash Brothers cinematic universe.
But it's like, Zelda's live action, so it's like that's not, Link's not going to show up unless they do. Like, yeah, I don't know. Either way, like if Star Fox shows up in the new movie, like that's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah,
like that would be crazy. Do you plan on going to see that movie in theaters? I mean, with the baby and stuff, it's kind of
I don't know,
kind of hard.
I think we're going to use our movie card right now on Project Hail Mary.
Oh, okay, yeah,
coming out this week.
Yeah,
so that'll be the movie we see. I don't know when. Maybe one afternoon I'll sneak away by myself and go see this movie or something.
Yeah, we plan on taking the kids to go see it.
Nice. When it is Kellen excited for it?
He is. Yeah, I asked him. I was like, "Do you want to go see it?" And he's like, "Yeah." Apparently, they watch the first one in school all the time.
Oh, cool.
So he's seen it. I've only ever seen the movie once, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, me too. Is Kaylee excited?
Yeah, I mean, she
like,
she enjoyed it when we went.
Enjoyed it enough.
I mean, it's like even a bad movie when you go to a movie theater is still like a good experience with the popcorn and food and stuff like that.
Except for Resident Evil.
Yeah, I forgot you saw that one. Did you walk out of that one, or did you watch the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing.
Isn't Leon in that movie?
Yes.
I've heard things.
He's played by that one guy.
That one guy.
Halsey's husband, who was in a he was in Victorious.
Okay.
The guy with like the longer hair.
Yeah, I think
you'd know him if you saw him.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for the
Zach Kreger one?
Zach Kreger one, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Weapons a lot.
Weapons is pretty awesome.
Yeah, Weapons was fantastic.
Do you have like a campy Resident Evil movie?
Well, he's on Twitter talking about he's beaten Resident Evil Requiem a few times now, so it's like I trust him, man. I trust him. I mean, we can only go
up.
Yeah, we can only go up. I mean, like I enjoyed those Mila Jovovich movies or whatever, but they had nothing to do with like the games and the lore and stuff like that. They had the characters in there, but it was pretty, pretty rotten.
For as good as Capcom is with the Resident Evil games, they just cannot nail a TV or film adaptation of Resident Evil.
Yeah, because they had the they had the Monster Hunter movie that came out, which with her and the same director as so it's like maybe not have them do anything else than Capcom stuff. But
then they had the TV show.
Oh yeah, with the late, what's his name? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That one was weird. It was like that one
didn't feel like Resident Evil.
No, not at all. Like it was in like that cookie cutter town that was
from Umbrella,
a shell for Umbrella. And then they had like the giant alligator at the very end. Do you remember that?
I didn't finish it.
Oh, you didn't finish it? Yeah, there was like towards the end of the show, there was like a giant alligator. So it's like they were getting there with all the crazy monsters, but yeah, it was a little far fetched because it was like one of those like Witcher season 1 scenarios where they kept like jumping back and forth in like the timelines.
Yeah.
So it was.
That was weird.
It was hard to keep up with. Yeah, they had like the future. One of the sisters, like in the post-apocalypse. Yeah, it was odd. But yeah, Super Mario Galaxy movie. I am excited for it. And yeah, this opens up the doors for something interesting, maybe, or maybe nothing at all.
They're building towards something happening in like 2040.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Next up in our news, Nvidia. They yesterday they put out a trailer for their new DLSS 5, and the internet roasted the hell out of them. Basically, what this does is puts like an AI filter over the gameplay or video or whatever. It looks bad.
It's meant to like clean up the lighting, and just make things look better. But it seems like it's making assumptions on how faces should look, and for that reason, for like the grace filter. Yeah, thanks for pulling this up. like the grace filter, it literally doesn't look like even the character model on the box art of Requiem, like the high fidelity model, or like the character model in the bonus section of the title screen, like the one on the right looks nothing like that character. So that, like,
No.
I don't know what they were trying to prove with this. Like it really, I know this was mentioned on like the Kind of Funny podcast, but it does look like those pictures on X or on Twitter of people like yassifying females in games or men in games. Like, this is what it looks like.
How can we make these characters as hot as possible?
Yeah, seriously. Like, oh, this is what they took away from us.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I was just going, and I'll pull up all the memes and stuff like that. But yeah, just all the funny memes of like how ridiculous this stuff is. Like the Kratos one is, God, it's so funny. Yeah, just
the handsome Squidward.
They had this one made me laugh. The Jim Carrey one with is that actually Jim Carrey at the that French award thing?
Show, yeah.
So yeah, it just makes everything like look worse. Like it makes the lighting look worse. It makes the lighting look like just brighter in general, where like it's supposed to be darker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
it ruins the look of the games. It gives them this like Vaseline look to them that all of the AI photos and videos have. It just doesn't look like it doesn't look like it's handcrafted. It doesn't look like how it's supposed to. And they're getting a lot of flack for it, which is good. I mean, they should be. It looks like shit.
Yeah. And they tried to say that, this is up to the developers to kind of tinker with it, but
you showed it. Like, you showed the version that you showed.
Yeah. And again, I think it was like, okay, Resident Evil Requiem is very like a hot game right now. Let's show off it, and let's make the characters even sexier. Yeah, it just looks bad. Like, yeah, I don't like it at all. I think DLSS is cool, like as like an AI feature, because not all AI is bad per se. Like, this is what the Switch 2 uses in order to
it's like upscaling.
Upscaling to 4K or 1440p or whatever. So it's got good use, but yeah, in this circumstance, it's not.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying AI is bad, but I'm saying this in particular AI
is bad.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the kid in Hogwarts Legacy, in the AI version of him, does not look like a kid at all.
No.
It looks like
they age him. Like,
yeah.
They age like it's
it takes liberties, and it should not be taking liberties. It should be enhancing lighting or like enhancing the features, but not adding lipstick to Grace.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's so crazy. Hopefully they walk it back, or
just just take it take it on the chin, and like, I guess it's there if people really want to use it. But
yeah,
but now it's like, if games do use it and people can tell, they're gonna flack them for it as well. So it's like, a developer is not going to touch this at all.
I mean, Capcom and Ubisoft, they're already committed to it. So
no.
I think it'll be optional to turn it on or turn it off, but still, like, someone's gonna be playing with the yassified version of Leon, looking like a freaking model.
Oh, I can't wait for like the TikTok videos of him like sparkling and stuff. And oh yeah, it's gonna be great. It'll at least, if it does nothing, it'll at least give us some funny entertainment.
Yeah, some funny moments and funny memes.
All right, well, moving on. The Switch 2, Nintendo added a Switch 2 update, a whole bunch of stuff that came out, but the big one is a handheld boost for compatible Switch 1 games.
This is awesome.
So this makes it basically is what the Switch 1 games look like on TV mode. It's going to translate that onto the Switch 2 screen, so it'll look even better handheld.
Yeah, which means like the Switch 1 games can run at 1080p.
Yeah, versus 720.
Yeah. So like this is an awesome update, because there are a lot of games on the Switch 1 that kind of look like dog shit in handheld. The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2. even like Fire Emblem Three Houses does not look great. So I went in today and I tested Three Houses. It looks a lot better.
Okay, that's good.
Like a lot better. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is like, it's honestly night and day. Like it feels like the Xenoblade X remaster.
Yeah.
Or the Switch 2 edition. It's that good. And
it's cool.
I'm saying that good because the version on Switch 1 was
not
that bad.
Yeah, it was that bad.
Really terrible. Like just terrible fidelity. I think it was an upscaled 360p and it was upscaled to like 540p.
Yeah.
And then on the
pretty rough.
Yeah, and on the TV it was upscaled to 720. So it's still not 1080 for Xenoblade 2, but
that's crazy.
Yeah. So now's a good time to jump into 2 if you haven't.
It's never been a better time to jump into Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Still gonna wait for like hopefully they still do like a definitive edition for that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Give us like a definitive edition like trilogy for something, for those games.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. And then I mean they added like friends. You can add notes to your friends list where you can't. I saw like pictures of people like whore and whatever, but your friends can't see the notes, so I don't really know what this is going to be used for.
Never accept any invites from this friend.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what this is for.
Just an added feature. Yeah,
I'll have to mess around with it. I don't know. One of your friends beats you at Fortnite or something like that, and you just call them like dickhead or something. I don't know. Yeah. Added the ability to rewind 10 seconds, advance 10 seconds with the ZLR buttons when you're watching videos and news and stuff. I'm surprised they didn't have like a rewind feature already. That's kind of strange.
Rewind with the right stick.
Yeah.
They added some improvements to game share or game chat. One of the two.
I believe it was game chat. Let me see. I've got the list pulled up here now.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't used game chat since Switch 2 launched.
Yeah, we were playing around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I just used game share for the first time with Kellen a couple days ago. Following features were added to support game chat. Add the ability to invite friends to game chat rooms you're participating in. Some friends may not be able to be invited, such as supervised accounts.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if me and you were in a game chat room, we couldn't invite somebody else in?
You could, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
If I was the one joining it.
Friends that haven't finished game chat initial setup can now be invited to game chat. Some friends may not be able to invite supervised accounts, blah, blah, blah. And then improvements were made to the quality of the game screen shared in game chat when expanded. So it's going to look better. So that's pretty cool. That's nice.
It's a great update.
It is. Yeah. There were some like clowns on Twitter, like bitching. They're like, this needed to be in a direct. Like, this is a huge like update. And I'm like, not everything needs to be in a direct.
Why are you complaining about this right now?
Yeah, like, why are you complaining? And yeah, it doesn't need to be in a direct. Like, y'all are dying over here. You guys are literally grasping for air.
Meanwhile, we're drowning in games.
Yeah, absolutely drowning. Yeah, I don't know. I would be these people that complain, mainly like Nintendo YouTubers and stuff like that. It's like, would you actually be complaining if like your livelihood wasn't, attached to like if you are like, there's not a lot of games or not a lot of like big announcements like a direct coming out. So like I get that, but it's like don't ruin it for everybody else. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's so weird, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, their livelihood depends on it, so they have to engagement bait a little bit and then be controversial. So I understand it. Do what you gotta do, but
yeah, it's
just annoying. Like everything has to relate to a direct somehow.
It's like, no, I don't think they've ever done updates outside of like the initial like Switch 2 launch where they were showing off the features of the Switch 2. Like, I don't think they've ever had a update related stuff. Like maybe updates to games, sure, but like a new feature,
new virtual console stuff. But
yeah, absolutely.
But not features like this. No.
Next up, Starfield is officially coming to PS5 April 7th. It's going to bring, I think there's some new DLC out right now. And then there's going to be a new update coming soon, and then a new story expansion as well.
Yeah, so you'll be able to fly directly to planets now.
Yeah, in the same solar system, and there'll be stuff to do. There'll be like dogfighting and stuff like that. So it seems like it's kind of getting there to where we
wanted it.
We're kind of promised, I guess, or I guess where we wanted it to be. Does this do anything for you? Are you itching to go back into Starfield?
Not particularly. I do think it's funny that the PS5 does get the best version of Xbox's games. Like they get the most. Yeah, they get the most realized version at a cheaper price. Like Avowed, was $50 when it came out on PS5, and that was like the best version of it. This one has like the realized vision of what Starfield could have been. So I mean, good for PlayStation 5 users for.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can argue Game Pass, so it's like you didn't technically pay for it. I guess if you're looking at it that way.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I don't have this game anymore because I don't have Game Pass.
This is Indiana Jones. Are you picking that up on Switch too? Or are you good?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I do think it's cool. Like it's like the only way to actually physically own the game. Like it has all the data on the cartridge versus like the Xbox one. Xbox and the PlayStation disc don't have anything on it. I think it's just you can download it. So I do think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that one's $70. So
$70, and the DLC isn't included either. It's separate, which kind of stinks.
Did you play that DLC?
No, I did not.
I didn't either.
I didn't it didn't review super well, compared to the base game. So I don't know. I don't feel like I heard much that was talked about it. PlayStation Portal is adding a 1080p high quality mode. That's coming tomorrow.
Nice.
See, I've got the PlayStation blog up here. Players can now select the 1080p high quality mode during remote play and cloud streaming. This mode enables players to enjoy games at a higher bitrate compared to default 1080p standard mode, providing a smooth and high fidelity experience. It talks about how you can enable it. I think that's cool that they're continuing to update the portal. They've kind of done some pretty good updates since it came out.
Yeah.
In comparison to maybe something like the PSVR 2, which they abandoned almost immediately. I love playing the portal when it works. I just can't, and maybe it's on me. I don't have my PlayStation 5 hardwired. Maybe I need to do that and test it that way. I've always just tried to do it on Wi-Fi. And even when I'm in the same room as my PlayStation and my router, it still will occasionally frame. Yeah, and it'll look like shit.
Yeah, because I played mine a few weeks ago when I was trying to get back into Rebirth.
Yeah.
I started it. It's like, dude, this is unplayable. And I'm close to my router and I have good Wi-Fi. So I don't know. I feel like it's almost gotten worse since I bought it.
Yeah.
A year and some change ago.
Yeah, I need to try it plugged into the Ethernet. The Ethernet cord and follow up on that. But yeah, when I play it and it actually works. It's great. It's great. Feels great. It's lightweight. It feels awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox, they have there was GDC this week or last week. They announced their code name for their next Xbox hardware titled Project Helix, which I think is kind of a cool name. They confirmed this is the PC Xbox hybrid, so you're going to be able to play PC games on your Xbox. So this is kind of the thing that I think I was talking about last year, maybe whenever Xbox was kind of up and we were talking about not being excited for next generation and stuff like that. But this is kind of enticing, and they have to market it the right way because their marketing has been atrocious the last few years, especially they got rid of the Xbox Play Anywhere, or this is an Xbox ad campaign. They completely took that off the internet. That's not a thing anymore. But if they can market this the right way and they implement it correctly, for people that, and the price too. But if you can essentially buy a PC that can play your Xbox stuff, and then you can tab over to your Steam, account or Epic or something like that,
Mhm.
and have like the what's their game pause thing?
Quick resume.
Quick resume. And they have that, like you have like Halo booted up on the Xbox, and then you boot up, I don't know, Hollow Knight over on Steam or something like that. Like that could be pretty enticing. And
Yeah.
A lot of kids nowadays with like the streaming culture and stuff like that, they're opting in more, I would say, into PC gaming. And even if this thing is like $800 to $1,000, I still, maybe not for you and I, but like maybe for that up and coming like gaming culture, you can get in to the PC gaming for relatively cheap, in comparison to other PC builds.
Yeah.
I think if they market that correctly, and I feel like they could potentially have something here. I'm not really necessarily excited for that, just based off of what Xbox has put out this generation. And again, I feel like we talked about this to death, but we still feel like we haven't really hit the stride yet of this current generation, and they're already talking. But this thing seems like it's going to be years away anyways. I think they're going to get out the early builds to developers next year, so we're probably
a couple years away at least,
2 or 3 years away from. So that's good. That's good. That's what I like to hear, because I'm not ready to spend any more money on another box.
Yeah, and I think depending on when the Steam machine comes out and how well that does and how well it performs, like how strong it is as a piece of hardware.
Yeah,
I think that will also be telling of like what the appetite is for this kind of like hybrid PC machine.
Yeah,
and obviously like the Xbox Project Helix will have that Xbox portion of it, but I think the Steam machine will be a good indicator of what that audience is going to look like. Are they going to is it going to bring in new players into the ecosystem, or is it going to pull PC players away from their desk onto a couch? I think that's my question for this.
And that could be, that could, I mean, for some PC gamers, that might be pretty enticing, to have that option to, and obviously we know there's like the Steam like share or something like that. I think you can like play on a TV technically, but I guess it would make it a little bit more streamlined process to do that. So
yeah,
I feel like there's a market there. I mean, I still feel like the handheld market hasn't been tapped yet. With the ROG Ally and like the Steam Deck is like we don't know the sales, but we assume that it's the best selling one.
I think the sales have somewhere between
like 5 and 7, maybe.
Yeah, 5 and 7, maybe.
Which is crazy to think about, that like the PlayStation Vita and like the Wii U sold better than the Steam Deck. That just kind of puts it in perspective of like there's a market there, but it's still extremely niche right now with the handheld stuff.
Like I imagine the ROG Ally has sold like well under 1 million.
Like the new Xbox one?
Yeah,
for sure.
Like even the ROG, like even the non-Xbox one, like just the regular ROG.
Yeah.
I bet that's sold under 1 million. Like I think Steam Deck is the only real like quote unquote breakout handheld that's not, a Nintendo console.
Yeah. I wish like PlayStation would go back and just make like another PSP or something like that. But it's like we're in such a weird time where Nintendo has kind of just, I'm not gonna say perfected it, but like
pretty close.
Do we want the PlayStation gamers? Do they want another PlayStation Vita that now we're splitting the development for their games? And they're going to be like, do I want to play God of War on the Vita as like a spin-off God of War game, or like a spin-off Uncharted game like there was with the Golden Abyss? Like, I don't think I do. I think I want parity with a normal console and the handheld, like the Switch does it, or like Steam Deck does it.
And I think that was always PlayStation's problem, because you have the Temu Uncharted, and then with the PSVR, you have the Temu freaking Horizon, Call of the Mountain. It's like, well, none of these are actual. I will say Uncharted, that was an actual experience. But like Call of the Mountain isn't like a fully fleshed out experience like Horizon Forbidden West is. So like, when you go to the PSVR, when you go to the Vita, you're getting a subpar experience compared to the main franchise.
Exactly.
Like, Nintendo, that was never the case. Like, they would put their heavy hitters on the GBA, on the DS, like it's so much so that the 3DS got like the main stuff, and the Wii U was getting scraps for a little bit.
Yeah.
So like they really relied on the handheld market there, and like Sony just never did that.
Yeah, and the only and I don't think they're thinking about going back and trying the PS Vita or PSP again, but I just hope they do, like for PlayStation in general. I hope they do something just like the Switch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make it $1,000. Okay, it's gonna be an expensive piece of hardware, but give us a screen, you give us the portability, and then when we dock it, like have like a really juiced up like dock that's gonna make it 4K capability, and then when we're in handheld, it's 1080p or 1440p or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But like if you're going to do that route and do the hybrid route, like go out, it's going to be expensive, but I feel like that's the only thing I could think that PlayStation, like, what does the PS6 look like? Is it just another PS5? Like, I feel like that's very boring.
Man. I think it needs to be something different. Like, something different as in it could be a hybrid console.
I think hybrid's the way. Like, I think they tried VR, and I just don't think that is so niche. I don't think if they were to announce a PSVR 3, I mean, I don't think anybody's going to show up to that thing because they didn't.
They're done.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool for them to try for trying. So yeah, I feel like that's what I want PlayStation to do. Again, I know it's going to be an extremely expensive thing, and the next Xbox is also going to be extremely expensive. I mean, the PlayStation Pros are like what? Almost $800 now anyways. So
like even the Switch 2 this year is probably going to get a price increase.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll go up to 600 or maybe 550.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they get rid of the 450 model and just stick with 500 and they'll bundle a game in, or maybe they'll try to
bundle
counter
or something.
Yeah. Or they'll counter it with like maybe increasing NSO or something like that. I don't know exactly how they would do that. They're probably trying to think of every way to not increase the price of the Switch, but we'll see. It's never been a better time to buy a Switch 2.
And honestly though, you got to get in now before everything increases by the end of the year.
Yeah, and with all these like cool updates we're getting with bringing back, Switch 2 editions for games, and whether people like it or not, that's up to you, individual. But
still stuff to play.
I feel like it's a good system. We're not even a year in, and we've had so much good stuff to play.
Yeah.
And then last up, I didn't realize this was happening, but Pokemon Halo Darkness is out now.
Announced like an hour ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I looked at my phone and I see it now. Okay. Did we have a release date for that, or was it just
they
March?
said March for that one? Yeah,
well, that's cool. Pokemon's like, man, Pokemon has really like kind of. I mean, not that they were ever bad, because Pokemon just prints money, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like after ZA came out and it was kind of well regarded, I would say, like not the best game in the franchise, but I don't know, man. It's just kind of like going up and up. So
they're kind of on one.
Am I a Pokemon fan now?
I think you might be, dude. I'm feeling pretty hopeful about the Switch 2 era of Pokemon.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people are excited. Like, could it be something to do with maybe GTA releasing in November, and that's usually Pokemon spot? Maybe. But also, like, they can just use that as an excuse to say, hey, we're going to give Game Freak just a little bit more time.
Yeah.
So, I'm very, very, very optimistic about Pokemon's future on the Switch 2.
If this one's not good, you grab it from Game Freak's hands and you give it to Koei Tecmo.
Yes.
Give it to Omega Force, or just give it to one of Koei Tecmo's teams.
Who did the Pokemon Snap game, the recent one? That wasn't Koei, was it?
I don't know. Let me see. Bandai.
Okay.
Give it to Bandai.
Yeah, give it to Koei. Give it to Bandai. I mean, that's what I would do, man. If like the game comes out, and I don't think Nintendo is ever going to let the next Pokemon game come out and be in shambles like it was with Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah,
like I said, they said as far as playtesters got, we're sending our boys and girls to take care of it because we can't ship
Can't
another
let that happen again.
Can't ship another crummy Pokemon game.
Last thing here.
Okay, yeah.
Crimson Desert comes out tomorrow, or reviews drop tomorrow.
Yep.
I have it on Critic.
You do.
This is a make or break moment for me because this could go so poorly. Where like it has all this stuff in theory, but like none of it is good.
It's previewed well though, right? Like it's
previewed pretty well, but it could go either way depending on like how
because it comes out Thursday, right? Or does it come out Friday? Thursday's the 19th. I think it's the 19th, isn't it?
Yeah, it comes out the 19th.
So it's the day before, which is
it's
pretty normal.
Yeah.
2 to 3 days before game drops. That's pretty normal these days. Yeah, this one, like I want to play it. I just don't know if I'm going to play it right now.
Yeah, for you, this would be another 50 plus hour game.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that to myself.
I'm not going to do it. I can't subject myself to an Xbox 50-hour game right now.
Is it on PlayStation?
Well, either way, like me having to go downstairs and sit on the couch versus being able to play on Switch.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, sir.
Although I was listening to the Nintendo Prime podcast a few months ago, and they were talking about, I think maybe this game is coming to the Switch too down the road. I don't know how that's going to run.
And we'll see how the base PS5 and the Xbox Series S runs.
Maybe, that'll be a good inkling of how it would run on the Switch too.
There are so many particle effects in this game.
Well, they would definitely do that way the hell down. But DLSS, like that stuff does help. So
it does handle that stuff pretty well. So maybe the Switch 2 is more future proof than we think it is with DLSS.
Yeah,
especially 5 with those freaking DLSS 5 with those face models. Looking so good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This game looks crazy. Again, we've talked about it before. It looks too good to be true and what this game is offering as far as just content wise.
Yeah,
could
be a jack of all trades, master of none situation, or it could be kind of like a Kingdom Come Deliverance too, where like it has a shit ton of mechanics and they all work pretty well, but it's just the onboarding is a little bit more complex.
Yeah, it looks insane, but I don't know, Nick. You tend to do that. You tend to do this where you say you're not going to get it, and then reviews drop, and you sit on it for a day, and then you text me the next day. You're like, "I'm in New Zealand right now, baby."
This one, I'm going to hold to it. I think I'm going to hold the line. I'm holding the line. I'm not going to give in.
Yeah,
I've got plenty of games to play. I've got Village. I got Pokopia. I've got 7.
So we've just got so much to play right now.
Yeah,
and I think the next game I'm probably picking up, or definitely picking up, is Pragmata. Is that the next one?
Yeah, I think that's the next big one.
That one got pushed up April 17th.
Yeah, it got moved up.
I've heard good things about the Switch 2 edition. Well, I mean, we played the demo too, so
I think it's improved since.
Yes. Yeah, so Crimson Desert Replace comes out April 14th, which I've heard, and I've got that on my list. I've heard some good things about that one. Then Pragmata for sure. Saros, does that one interest you at all? I know you played.
I don't know if I'll pick that one up.
Yeah,
to be honest.
And then Forza Horizon 6. That might be the first time I boot up my Xbox this year. Or maybe not, because I don't have Game Pass, so maybe not. Maybe I'll just wait for PlayStation.
Also, this wasn't in the news, but South of Midnight coming to Switch.
Yeah.
Cool.
I thought about maybe picking that one up if they had a physical version, but they don't. I think it's just digital. And maybe they'll do maybe like LRG or something. We'll do
do something with it.
Do a physical. It's like I'll support that game. Like that game was really good. Yeah, it's feeling like a good time to play some more Resident Evil right now. And then we got Capcom, man. They're on a generational run. Like it's kind of crazy.
And they had Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Yeah, that came out Thursday, Friday last week. Did you play the first two at all?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I've always thought about it, but
yeah. God, you're at 2 points on Fantasy Critic. Jeez, dude. I mean, you haven't had anything come out, so
no, I haven't had any games.
You had Dragon Quest.
I'm drowning.
That was it. Yeah, this Crimson Desert, man. It's
a make or break moment.
Watch it be like a 95 or something crazy.
I know, dude. Watch it be like a freaking Breath of the Wild.
I don't know if it comes out as a 95. I don't know. I might.
You might have to pick it up.
It's either going to be like a 95 or like an 81. Like, no in between.
Yeah. We're not talking about an 88 here.
No. We're talking about Pokopia numbers here now. Come on.
No.
Resident Evil. All right. Well, I think that is going to wrap up the show. We appreciate everyone watching, listening, all that good stuff. If you can review us on your favorite podcasting platform of choice, we would greatly appreciate it. It really does help us out a lot, gets the podcast out to more people. So we would definitely appreciate that. We'll be back next week. Should be back to our normal time unless stuff comes up. I mean, Nick's a brand new father, so stuff just happens, man.
Stuff happens.
It's just part.
I'm sorry.
It's just part of the experience. No new games this week, but I'm sure we'll be talking more about Pokopia now that I've given Nick some
good tips.
Some good tips.
This is what it's all about.
He might come back swinging, and he's just got to lock in. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.